A team that I feel like they lost because they really didn't know what they want to do. They don't know what the future is. The Rams, what are we doing? Are we trading everyone or are we not trading everyone? Because right now, you didn't do anything to help your draft capital situation. You are still screwed for the next 3 years. And then we don't know if Matthew Stafford's going to come back and be himself. But even if he is, you may win 5 or 6 games at best. You're in that 3 to 7 win range. And then Aaron Donald, I know he wants to retire Ram, and then you signed him to a bag, but is he just going to sign the bag and then kind of slowly fade away? What's the end of his career going to look like? So overall, for a team, just no direction, felt like they had no plan, and then they just whiffed on their draft. You drafted Stenson Bennett.
That's what makes them a loser to me. I don't care if they had a great offseason and signing key free agents. First of all, you traded Jalen Ramsey, which you had to because of your cap space situation. And then you drafted a 25-year-old quarterback.
Yeah.
He's the oldest quarterback drafted since Brandon Weeden. Do you remember Brandon Weeden? The guy that was drafted over Russell Wilson and Dak Prescott? That guy? This is going to be a disaster for them. What are they thinking? No, the Rams, absolutely, I agree with this loser take.
At least he wasn't like the first pick, though. But it's just like the reason why the Rams have to be trolled, too, is like, I troll the Patriots draft and we all like to do it and it's fun, but you can't turn around and also have a shitty draft if you're going to do that. Because last year the Rams were like Cole Strange in the first round. We had him falling to the 3rd or 4th round on our board, and Sean McVay was clearly a little hammered trolling the Patriots. So I'm like, that's fine. Just keep the same energy when you also have a terrible offseason. And then Sean McVay's already at the Bill Belichick point. He is post Brady now. And he's floated around retirement. That's something that gets floated around with him and the Rams at the end of every year, even though the guy's only 35 years old at this point, 35, like 36, super young. So it's like, honestly, like, you need to find a definitive plan this year and then trade the rest of your players away for picks.
Yeah, I agree with that. If I want to stay in the NFC, I'm also going to go with the Cardinals here. Because this is what your offseason persisted of. It persisted of, let's trade DeAndre Hopkins. Anybody want DeAndre Hopkins? We're going to cut DeAndre Hopkins. Actually, no, we're not going to actually cut DeAndre Hopkins. We're actually going to keep DeAndre Hopkins. This whole, I don't know what it was with DeAndre, but it made no sense whatsoever. Why were you trying to get rid of D-Hop? Why was, there was clearly teams interested. So if you wanted to get rid of him, why didn't you? You also hired, what do you call the head coach of the Cardinals?
He's like if you turn Adam Gase into a mouse.
Adam Gase into a mouse, exactly.
Yeah.
So you whiffed on your head coaching hire. You had this weird DeAndre Hopkins drama that was, I don't know what was real at this point. And then in your draft, it's like you have a lot of needs and there's a lot of things you need to address. And I'm not going to lie, I like their trade that they made, trading back and then trading up to get their offensive tackle. But they didn't do anything to really improve themselves. And I just don't see them. They're a team that seems to be kind of lost in transition. And just, I don't think their offseason did them any favors.